Hey guys, it's Cynthia. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, post notification bell, like this video, comment, anything, share. For this video, it would mean a lot to me. So as some of y'all know, I don't think many people are subscribed already. My name's Cynthia. This is my account from, I'm gonna say, beginning of 8th grade, and then the summer after 8th, leading up to my 9th grade year. I recently posted a video of me and my cat, so yeah. So today's video is going to be more or less about my best friend Kaylee, like the days leading up to her, like herself. So this is going to be a very hard video for me, because even though it's 2026, been about 2 years, she would have been on the 12th of April. She would be, if she's still here, she would be 17. So without further ado, let's get started, I guess. Okay. So I know that kind of sucked. Like that kind of sucked. Anyways, I'm gonna try not to cry. If I cry, then I'm gonna kind of look down a little bit, because I don't like people seeing me cry. I am on the call with my girlfriend. This is the house phone. So she's sleeping. It's 4 a.m. We're not going to wake her up for this. Kai, I love you. I don't know if you're watching this, but I love you. Anyways, like I said, this is gonna be a very hard video. I'm trying to make myself laugh before it and all, trying to stay positive and all, but this is gonna be a really hard video, because even though it's been 2 years max, it's still a really hard thing for me. And yeah, so I did make a few points on what I wanted to get at on this video. 4 points. So we're going to start with her background history with mental health. This video is a trigger warning. If this is going to trigger you, then scroll off. That's all I can say. So basically, her background history, mental health, and then also how to, how me and her met, when we met, where we met, all that. So I can't remember what day we met, but it was, I think it was 1 March. So been a few years. We met Snapchat and all. She lived here in Texas. I'm not gonna say the town she lived in. So, cause I'm from Texas, so I'm not American, guys. I'm not. We're not gonna talk about where I'm from. Anyways, that's not what we're getting at today. So basically, I will say her first name. I'm not going to say her last name. So it came 1 March, about maybe 3 years ago. So 2022 ish. No, 2023. It was 2023, the year before she passed. She had added me on Snap, and so I was just she texted me and was like, hey, how are you? How old are you and everything? At the time I was 12, and so I was just oh hey, my name's Cynthia, I'm 12, this and that. And so at the time, she was like a couple years older than me, like maybe 2-3 years older than me. So she was like 15, 16. She was 15 when she passed. So no, she was younger than that. She was maybe 14. She was 15 when she passed. So she had added me on Snap. She was like, hey, how old are you? Like I saw a picture of you, like, you're really pretty, this and that. And I was just like, hey, like, my name's Cynthia, I'm 12, this and that. Like, you're really pretty too. Like, then she was like, hey, do you wanna be friends? Like, she was like, I saw, like, where you're from and all, like, on your account. Then, like, but, like, we do live, like, quite a bit from each other. Like, we're both in Texas, but we live quite a bit from each other. And so basically I was like, yeah, we can be friends, like, we can FaceTime and all, like, that's fine with me. It's just where she lived, I couldn't get to, because that's a good, like, 4 or 5 hour drive for me. And I was 12, I couldn't drive. I still can't. So, like, I was, like, yeah. So, like, we started being friends, we started talking a lot, like, we got really close really fast. And, because, like, I guess, like, both of our mental health, like, I guess we kind of, like, related to each other somewhat. So, like, we got, like, close fast. Sorry, I talk with my hands a lot. And so basically, like, I was more or less just like, so, like, we were friends, met on Snapchat. Later on, we had gotten each other TikTok and all. We were just, like, we were always liking each other's videos, like, hyping each other up on TikTok. And then, yeah. So, I was, like, like I said, we got close, like, really, really fast. And, like, that was, like, we got close faster than I've ever gotten closer to anybody. So, yeah. And so basically, like, yeah, and, like, so basically that's, like, that's, like, everything about that. Like, she had, I will say, her mental health disorders, just because awareness and all. Kaylee had depression, anxiety, borderline personality disorder. She had schizophrenic tendencies. She wasn't fully diagnosed because, like, Texas state law, you can't get diagnosed, like, fully diagnosed until you're 24, and, like, until you're, like, 23, 24. So so she was, like, halfway diagnosed with schizophrenia. Like, so yeah, she had, like, really bad schizophrenic tendencies. And so, like, and at the time, like, I was showing signs of schizophrenic tendencies. So so it's like we got close and all, like I said. And yeah. And then so we we were, like, inseparable. Like, my mom would be like, get off the phone with her, like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I would be like, no, I want to talk to Kaylee, this and that. And then my mom was like, fine, like, 10 more minutes on the phone with Kaylee for right now. And then I would literally convince my mom to stay on 2 more hours with her. And that was, like, an everyday thing. So, and then I guess, like, now I'll go into the, I'm trying not to cry, the days and, like, weeks leading up to her attempt. So it got to August 31st, like, August 30th, I think, something like that. And so we were best friends. Like, there wasn't what was separating us. Like, she started showing signs that, like, she was really struggling. So, like, I would always be like, hey, KK, you alright, girl? Like, I'm here for you if you need to talk. And she would always be like, oh, no, she would always, like, put on a smile and be like, oh, no, I'm good, like, just thinking and all. Like, there's really nothing to talk about. And then, like, she'll change the subject. And so I was like, okay, maybe she's alright, but if she starts showing more signs, then I'll continue to ask her and be like, talk to me because you're showing signs. And this was maybe 3 months after my first attempt. So, and then so basically, we got, and then it was maybe, and then it got to September 5th, 2024, she started, she stopped calling, she started calling less, she wouldn't text that much, she was always crying and all, and, so, I was like, hey, girl, I need you to talk to me, there's, nobody can help you unless you talk to me. And she was like, no, it's okay, I don't really want to talk about it. Sorry, I'm, shaking so bad. She was like, I don't really want to talk about it, it's kind of just not doing the best. And I was like, I get that, if you ever need me, then, talk to me, because I'm always here for you. I'm not about to, sit there and let you hurt yourself and then me not do nothing or help or try to help or anything. And so, sorry, I'm, on the verge of crying. It got to September 7th, the day she passed. We were on a Snapchat FaceTime call for a good, a good few days, after not calling. And so, because, it was, the closer I got, the less she called. And the less she would pick up. And so, it got to September 7th, she had finally called me. And I was like, hey, and I was all smiley and everything. I was like, hey, girl, I hope you're doing okay. You can talk to me if you need to. But how have you been? And all this and that. And she was just I'm okay. And I was like, Kaylee, what's going on with you? I can tell that there's something wrong, and nobody can help you unless you talk to me right now. And so, she started crying, and she was she looked at me and goes, Cynthia, you know I love you, right? And I was like, girl, I love you too, are you okay? And she was like, I never thought I would have to do this, but it's kind of time. And I was like, Kaylee, what do you mean you're not gonna do anything that's stupid and then try to end your life? And so she grabbed up and was just and was like, Cynthia, I'm sorry, you're gonna do great without me. I'm gonna be so proud of you whenever you make it, whenever you live past me. And she was like, don't hurt yourself whenever I'm gone, I love you. And she was like, I'm always gonna be watching over you from the clouds and all. And I was crying. I was like, KK, please just don't do it. You have so much to live for. It may not seem like it now, but there was sorry, I'm tearing up. I was like, there's a lot for you to live for. And so I was just Kaylee, don't do it. I know things are hard right now, but it doesn't mean that you have to take your life, because I know things are getting easier. I know you're going to get better. And she was I'm not getting better. I'm sorry, I love you. And so she used what I just mouthed to y'all, to cut and all. I said, trigger warning. She did 4 cuts, all over her veins, and 2 of them got her vein. And so I was just and then she stopped responding, and I was over there KK, please don't do it, no more cuts. She was and then she started she started getting dizzy and all, and she was I'm dizzy, and I was well, KK, then stop. And she was just I can't, I'm done, my family treats me like absolute crap, I'm being bullied real bad, I can't do it no more. So it was to the point where I was just KK, do you need me to have my mom bring me over? We will take that 4-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive, and come to you. to help you. And she was like, and then eventually, like, she fell. She was like, she wouldn't respond. And, like, tearing up. She wouldn't respond. And so I was yelling her name. I'm like, Kaylee, no. I was like, Kaylee, respond to me. Like, you shouldn't have to do this. Like, you're only 15. You have your whole life ahead of you. And she was just like, she wasn't responding. She was just laying there. And I was just like, I was yelling her name. And all she just, she wouldn't respond. And I was just like, so, like, I was like, somebody call 911. I kept texting her sister and everything, all of her friends that lived over there, and I was just like, call 911. Kaylee is like trying to take her life. Like, she just fainted and all, and there's like a lot of blood, and she was just like, they were just like, oh no, you're just attention seeking. Kaylee's fine. And I was just like, I'm like, no, Kaylee's literally not responding. Like, she's not. And then they were all just like, oh my god, she's just fine. Like, you're just dramatic. She probably just fell asleep and all. Like, she cuts. It's normal. And I was like, please call 911. I don't want to have to hang up on her and I have to leave her here. And then, so basically, nobody would. My mom wouldn't, because my mom was like, oh no, Kaylee's fine. And then, so eventually, like my mom realized that, like Kaylee was not responding at all. Like, she wasn't moving. She wasn't nothing. So it got to the point where I had to, like, bother her mom at work and all. I was just like, hey, miss, I'm not gonna say her name. But, like, Kaylee just attempted, and I don't know what to do. Can you, like, see if you can get there to her? Like, make sure she's breathing. And she was just like, she's like, yeah, I'll be right there, you know. And I'm gonna, like, put my bangs in front, cause I'm, like, crying. She was more or less just like, okay, I'll be right there. Like, stay on the phone with her. Don't leave her there. And so I called 911 on, like, my mom's phone. I called 911, and her mom was heading over there. And, on my phone, like, I didn't hang up. I would not hang up. And then, because, like, paramedics were over there, just, like, hang up. Like, as soon as they got there, they were like, hang up, we have her, she's gonna be okay. I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't hang up on her and just leave her. Because, I told them, I was like, what if I hang up right now and in 10 minutes I get the call saying she's gone? What if? And so they're just like, hang up, it's gonna be okay. And I was just like, no, I can't hang up. And they're like, do it. Like, you need to take a breath yourself. And you need to calm down before you end up hurting yourself too. And they're like, I know it's, like, really stressful, but you can do it. And then I was just like, I was more or less just like, sorry, I'm, like, tearing up. Like, I really don't have no more tears at this point. So I was more or less just like Kaylee, like, I was screaming her name. I was like, Kaylee, please just respond. Like, I can't lose you. And so her mom gets there. Like, paramedics are already there, like, taking her pulse and everything, trying to stop the bleeding. And they get her into the ambulance, and they're just like, and, like, they brought her phone with her. They were like, Cynthia, I'm telling you right now, hang up. You need to take time to yourself and, like, think and just calm down. I was like, okay, like, I'm like, she's gonna be okay, right? And they're like, we're gonna do everything we can to save her. And I was like, that time I really knew I shouldn't have hung up, but then they kept telling me to hang up, so I hung up. And so basically, like, it was maybe a few hours later, I saw Kaylee's mom had called me back and was like, hey, update on KK. And I was like, hey, is Kaylee alright? Like, please tell me she's still breathing. Please tell me she's okay. And she was like, because her mom had FaceTimed me. She was like, I'm sorry, Kaylee's gone. And so I was just like I broke down. I was like, no, KK, please tell me this is a joke. Like, don't tell me my best friend's gone. Like, I did everything I could to try to save her, but it wasn't working. And so, sorry, hold up. Alright, my bad. I was more or less just like, okay. And I was just like, okay, and all. Like, and I was like, okay, just like, please tell me this is a joke. It's like, I can't lose my best friend. Like, she was only 15, and like, I was like, and I kept trying to tell Kaylee, and I was like, girl, you have your whole life ahead of you. I know right now it seems like the only solution, but it's not. Sorry, I'm like trying to stop crying. And I was like, but it's like, it's not the solution to anything. And she was just like, and then her mom was just like, and she was like, I know you tried everything, like, we all tried to get her help. She wouldn't like accept help. So I was more or less just like I couldn't believe it until the day of her funeral. I'm not gonna say the day or anything and all. And so the day of her funeral, I was more or less just like, oh yeah, like, I was like, I can't believe Kaylee's gone. And so I walked up, like, they had a closed casket and everything. I walked up to her casket, like, I stood up there leaning over it, and I was just bawling my eyes out at that point. I was like, no, Kaylee gotta still be here. Like, there has to be something that tells me she's still here. Like, one thing that's telling me she's okay, and this is just a joke. And so Kaylee's mom, like, came up there with me and all, and she was like, I'm so sorry, I know you tried. And I was like, but why did she do it? Like, is there like did she like write notes or anything? And her mom's like, we haven't found them yet, but hopefully we do. And so basically, like, and eventually, like, my mom had to come up and like pull me away from her casket. And because, like, I was literally like, I would not leave the casket. I was just sitting up there and like, and just blaming myself and everything. And so I was just like I wouldn't stop blaming myself. And so my mom came up, pulled me away, and had me sit down with her. It got to the end of the funeral. Like, I hadn't stopped crying that whole time. I didn't even really take a breath. Like, I was more or less just like, I was like, my best friend's gone and I didn't do enough. Like, I could have actually, like, went down there and all. Like, but I didn't know I have a way. But it's still my fault because I could have, like, found a way. And so I was blaming myself a lot, like I said. And so it got to the end and all. And I was just like, and then I asked everybody, it was like, hey, is it okay, like, if, like, y'all open her casket for a minute so I can kiss her on the forehead just as a friend and all, because, like, we used to always be like, oh, I'm gonna do that, this is a friend and all. And so, okay, I'm stopping crying finally. So basically, I was more or less just like, I was like, okay, like, I was like, can y'all just, like, open it? And they was like, yeah, are you okay with that? Like, is it gonna cause you to hurt yourself next? And I was like, no, just, like, let me see her for the last time. And so I was just like, so I was literally just sitting there and all, and like, then they opened it, and I just saw her and all, and just laying there, eyes shut and everything, and I went to go grab her hand, she was cold. And, like, there was, like, that told me right there she wasn't coming back. That told me right there she was gone. And, like, I I like freaked out. I tried checking for a pulse and everything. I was just like, please tell me like there's some sign of life. And so like I went right here and all on both wrists, and then I went down to like her neck and all, like both sides, and then her ankles. No pulse, nowhere. And so like, and they're just like, Cynthia, she's gone. Like, it's time for you to accept she's gone. And I was like, no, that's my best friend. And like I didn't see this coming. So how am I supposed to accept something that I didn't see coming? And they were just like, and they're like, but you're gonna have to. Like, it's not your fault. They're just like I know it's gonna be hard, but like, she's in such a better place now. And so yeah, and I was just like, they were just like, okay, like, and then eventually, like, I was over there, like, and now I'm wanting to hurt myself and all, and they're just like, so they're like, okay, we're gonna have to close it then, and like, I'm gonna need you to go outside with your mom, like, and like stand next to her, and do some coping skills and all, breathe. And so I did that and all. I did some of my coping skills. I was like, and then like I got home and all after they took her and buried her and everything, because like I was there for the burial. Like, I wanted to go to the burial. I don't know why. I wanted to like just say goodbye for the last final time. So I at least had some memory of her. Like, not a good memory, but still somewhat of a memory of her. And so I was just looking at photos of her. I don't have any. I'm not going to put any up anyways, because that's her, and that's like she's not something. My girl hung up. I think it was an error instead of her hanging up. Anyways, I was just like sitting there, and I was like, and like, so I went home and all after the burial, and I was just like I would not come out of my room for 3 days. Like, I just, like, my mom would bring me something to eat. I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't drink nothing. I was like severely dehydrated. I wasn't eating, and like I wouldn't even come out of my room. I barely even slept. And so it got to the point where I had to go back into the hospital, like into a mental facility, because I tried the same thing she did. And my mom walked into my room, and like I was just laying there. My mom's like yelling my name and all. I'm drifting out of consciousness. My mom's like, Cynthia, stay with me. Don't do this to me. And I was just laying there, and I was just like, and the last thing I said before I blacked out at the time was, Mama, I love you. And I was like, if anything happens to me, then know I love you, and I'm sorry. I just want to be with Kaylee. And so I was just more or less just like, my husband's gone, like, and there's nothing I could have done at this point, so why not me to go to? Because I felt like I didn't have a purpose at the time. So the moral of the story is, if you're struggling, reach out, please. Tell somebody. Because, crap, if you need to like go in the comments or anything, and like, if you need to go in the comments, ask for my Instagram, anything, please do that. Because if y'all need to talk, then I'm here. I don't want nobody going through like what my best friend went through, what I went through, nothing like that, because it's really not the answer. Suicide's a permanent fix to a temporary situation, and like in the long run, you're going to get through it. Like, I know it. Like I told her, I know it may seem like you're not going to, but you will. You're loved. You have a purpose. Hang in there. So all I want to say is, like, the last thing I want to say is, this message is for Kaylee. I love you, girl. Like, fly high and everything, forever 15. You didn't deserve none of that. Like, BS you went through with your family or with your dad or with the kids at school. You didn't deserve it. I really wish you were still here, and I love you. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna head out. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. Yeah. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.